Welcome back, hockey fans. I'm your host, Billy Brent, as we get ready to go underway here live from St. James as the Canucks get set to go and host the St. Vital Junior Victorias. First here in St. James of the campaign. And that first one in between these two teams was a 4-3 Canucks win that they had to forfeit due to an ineligible player. So it looks like it could be another close game in between both these teams as both centermen get set in the draw, and we are underway as the Vics dump that one in. And they had a close battle the other day against the Hawks, just coming up short in that one 4-3 in overtime. As that puck's waffle boarded to the corner boards, Parnell ahead and out of the zone. Picked up by the red jerseys here of the St. Vital Junior Victorias. Parnell plays it right back in. Cycling around now, here's the Vics. And the Vics look up ice on the near side. That one deflected and all the way in as Gertzky dumps that in. Loose puck, Parnell picks that up. And he looks to go up ice, puts on the brakes. Is Collin. And Nick Collin works that one back. Nick Collin scoops that one up. And he'll work that up ice. Parnell walks in. And that one rolls in behind the goal, where Arson goes to pick it up, and the net has popped off the moorings at 19:07, and we get our first stoppage in play. So as I mentioned, Nicholas Collin in this one comes in here leading the Canucks in points, and in 14 games he's split even 9 goals and 9 assists, leading the squad off the draw. The Vics move that to the far side, and they'll control in their own zone. Foul for the puck on the near boards continues on. Come free now here as the Canucks circle back. Ward cuts in front, quick shot, and that one smothered up on the opportunity from the ex-Blizzard. Fresh skaters out on the ice for the Vics as they get ready for the defensive zone draw. And off the wing, now it's deflected and it's in. What a quick shot there. And the Canucks strike first. So a quick win off the draw. And a shot by Bear gets the deflection on the shot. Here's a look at the replay. And there's the shot by Bear. And no, it did not get deflected after that, straight in. And it's 1-0 Canucks. And they're going to keep that puck there. So he gets his first, and it's an early lead here for the Canucks on home ice. Puck cleared in. Worked ahead on the near side. And held at the line. Battle for the puck, played across to the other side here. As the Canucks calm things down. Smalcha walks in all alone. Backhand forehand. Oh, he couldn't finish as the net comes off. So a good opportunity there. Shots 2-0 in favor of the Canucks. Leading this one 1-0 by a quick scoring off the draw by Bear. Godfrey in on the draw. And Parnell wins that one back. And Bear's shot gets blocked, goes into the corner board. Smalcha on it as he gets watched there by Matthews. Now down low. Cutting in front. And that opportunity won't go for the Canucks. Puck cleared out. Smalcha on that. And Smalcha will play that to the near side, and he'll get it right back from Bear off the air pass. Osterman dumps that in before going for a change. Scooped up now here by Nell, and he'll work his way up ice on the near side. Calm down in their own zone. Walking in victorious. Couldn't do anything with that. As the Canucks. Long stretch pass, and that's going to be an icing as it works its way all the way down to the ice, 17-25. And as we look at the leading scorers here for the Vicks as they get set on the draw, Liam Saxberg leading the way with 6 goals and 12 assists in 18 games. Averaging a point per game. That one worked free by the Canucks. Bray Thornton takes it on the near side, walking in his shot, and the goaltender was able to get a stick on that. Battle in the corner boards. Canucks trying to jar free, and they're able to do so. Loose puck, scooped up, and now taken the other way by the Vicks. And that only goes so far before the Canucks able to quickly back check that one out of the zone. Skirmish for the puck. Vicks calm it down. And Astrino tried to go up ice. Turned over loose in front of the goal. And that one jarred free, and some extracurriculars now. So Penner lands on that one to bring the stoppage in play. Shots 5-0 in favor of the Canucks. As Colin in on the draw. And a late change here by the Vicks isn't going to work out. As the number 2's not my roster comes out. The join for them, and he'll play that ahead on the near side. Picked up by the Canucks. And Phillips will dump that in at the line. Scooped up now by Gertzky, and he'll play that ahead on the near side. Vicks kick that into the zone, and they continue to give chase on the near side as Patterson, and that puck rolls away from him. Off the glass, and that one turned over. Scooped up, putting on the brakes, and dumping that one in deep. Now here's Gertzky. Loose puck, scooped up, and Gertzky gets in with it with Parnell, and Parnell takes him down. And the linesman getting in early on the action here in this one. So man, Parnell gets ushered away. And that should do it. We got an opening power play here. Vic's power play, pretty hot, second in the league, 20.7%. And the penalty kill, not too shabby on the Canucks side of things, sitting in the middle of the pack, 83.8%. And off the draw, Warsaba tries to clear, and that one sneaks past the defenseman of Gortsky and all the way down. He'll pick that up, watched by Ward. And Gortsky works that one free through some contact. He'll walk into the attack zone. Look around. Looks for a feed in front. Doesn't get it. Stays with it. And now knocked off his stick by Warfel there with Ward. And Warfel is offside. Ward circles, dumps it down. Warfel tags and goes for a change. As well as Ward as those two collide going off the ice. And Gortsky plays that one back ahead on the near side. Walking in on the opportunity. Saxberg takes it. Looks around. Plays that one in front. And looks for the feed again. Off a couple of hits. There's a shot, and that one just wide. Saxberg trying to set that up in front. That gets iced all the way down. They'll leave that on for Ethan Penner, who'll play that one quickly ahead. And now coming down with it is Matthews. Grayson Matthews, part of their pickup on the trade with St. B. Walking in now on the near side is Elliott, and he runs into some trouble there. Can't do anything with it. Centers in front, and that one kicked away. Phillips picks it up, and he'll dump that in. Werfel gives chase on the shorthanded attempt. Penner works it away from him. 22 seconds remaining on the man advantage, and it's all Canucks here. As there's a centering opportunity in front, they score! And Penner had no chance on that. It's a shorthanded goal. And the Canucks, Warfel pots that one from Ward. Before the Vicks have registered a shot on goal, it's 2-0. Here's a look at the replay. And there's the turnover setup. Ward gets that across to Warfel, and Penner slides over. Not much he could do, though. And it is a shorthanded goal for St. James. As they have definitely came to play in this one tonight. Pass across, centered in front. That one deflected off the glass. Puck works its way out of the zone. Played ahead and dumped in as we head to even strength. Canucks on that loose puck in their own zone. Big hit, jars it free, and dumped in by the Vicks. They'll possess dangerously now behind Connor Murphy. That one rings off the iron in tight. Played back to the point. And that shot doesn't make it through traffic there. Canucks get it out on a second effort. And good hustle there in the battle for the puck. As that collision jars it free. Men ahead. And that loose puck picked up now. And to go the other way into the attack zone come the Canucks. Canucks walk in and they'll continue to cycle around as Robertson waits for the center in front. That shot from Colin, pad save made by Penner. Trying to keep his squad in this one. Down in the hole early on. Colin through traffic, turns that one over. Robertson picks it up. And the Canucks walk in with numbers. Quick shot, and that one deflected just wide. Trying to dig it out of the corner boards. Battle for the puck on the near side. Parnell gets that one. Walks in, goes in behind the goal. Plays it back to the point. There's a shot, and Penner holds on the wrist shot from Bear. Looking for his second, who opened up the scoring in this one. Warfel followed him up, and that's where he said 2-0 Canucks. Heavily out shooting. St. Vital 8-0. Off the draw, St. James wins that. Back to the point. Quick shot through traffic and gloved up and held by Penner. And he'll get in there, put a little bit of a shot there on Caden Buffalo in front of the goal. Ben Dines in the draw. And Dines awaiting his opponent. Samalcha comes in late and he'll get waived. So Buffalo comes in and he'll take his go against Dines. Dines wins it back cleanly again on the near side, looking up ice. And Astoroni plays that up. Scooped up by Dines and just off his stick. Picked up as Buffalo works that up ice. And now Samalcha plays that across. Looking for the opportunity as Buffalo cuts in front. Now he scoops that puck up down low. Works it in behind for Osterman. Osterman And he'll work that back to the point all the way across. Bear shot. Osman or Smelcher with the deflection. Pad down there. A couple whacks at it. Still loose and now frozen up in front of the goaltender. As the shots rage in this one, 12-0. Matthews ready to go for his new team, and he'll lose that one in the circle. Calm down, Bear ahead, and he'll play that up for Arneson to give chase. Picked up Gertzky ahead, and into the attack zone. Quick shot, and Murphy has the answer. Looking for another opportunity, and that one ends up in behind the goal on the shot from Luke Elliott. With that, Arneson calms things down to work it up to Ward. Ward dumps that in on Penner. Penner, quick play to Gertzky. And a head ice, working through a little bit of a slash there. Continuing to follow it up is the Victorias as that one works back now. Finding his way all alone is Arneson. Arneson plays that back. And that's going to come out of the zone as Phillips dumps that in. Penner leads that on to the corner boards. And Birchsinger now awaits from behind his own goal. Attacked by a duel of Canucks, and they work it free now with three of them, and Ward just can't accept that pass. Not enough on it. Going the other way, walking in. Edwards dumps that one in around behind the goal. And Birchinger on that. Canucks though pick that up, and Ward dumps it down, and that'll be an icing against the St. James Junior Canucks as we near the midway mark of the opening frame. Shots in this one are 12-3. I'm your host, Bentley Brown, and we thank you for joining us with today's broadcast. And off the draw. Puck is dumped all the way down. Icing's waved off. St. Vital corrals it and works it ahead on the near side off a couple skates. Canucks take a whack at it. And at the far side, it's dumped ahead. Canucks walking in. Big hit there. And that one ends somewhat of the rush as the battle out of the corner boards. Loose puck. Stick battle continues on and goes to the Canucks. They set up shot behind the goal right in front. And Thorson could get a stick on it. Buffalo, or that shot there from Phillips, deflected in front, goes into the corner boards. Scooped up and worked ahead by Kunitz. Samalcha trying to work that free in front. Kunitz now pickpockets it. And now in tight to the shot, it's in! And the Canucks strike again. Quick shot there from Gallagher. And it's 3-0 Canucks as we hit the 10:09 minute mark. And another puck to keep here as they're going to be running out of pucks at this rate here. Here's a look at Gallagher's goal as he works that in tight down low and scoops it up there. Off the draw. Puck cleared into the zone. Canucks work it out. In behind for Phillips. And battle for the loose puck. Calm down here. And work down low by the Vicks. Turning and shooting. That one hit a lumber. Saxberg in tight. Couldn't finish. Loose puck. And that one doesn't make it out of the zone. Saxberg scoops it up. Turns. Fires. Battle in front comes to the Canucks. And Robertson ahead to the far side. His squad works out Purnell. Robertson fires. And the rebound. Lay there off a Penner. And now the skirmish for it continues on the far side. Canucks prevail as the Canucks set it up in the attack zone. Circling at the line, Robertson plays it in to the near side. Back at the line, first shot, and that one swallowed up with the bounce in front off the logo of Penner, and he'll hold on for the whistle at 8:50. Shot 16-3. Samalcha in on the draw. And off the draw, skirmish continuing for it. And a whack at it, and that comes all the way down the ice. Icing waved off. Murphy plays that one. And that puck getting a stick on that's Elliott, and he'll play that into Murphy, who will swallow that one up and freeze it at 8:33. So, following the draw that we await, scooped up, circling back is Edwards. He'll play it to the point. There's a shot, and that one deflected into the corner boards off Murphy. Scooped up, Samalcha ahead, in behind, and Buffalo works that one on the back end down low. Big hit there by Osterman, and he gets in with some extracurricular activity. Referee's hands up. Samalcha plays that at the doorstep. Penalty coming up to the Vicks. And a little bit of a whack there in retaliation from Edwards. And we got the first Canuck power play. So Matthews heads to the sin bin for the 2 minutes. Time of the penalty, 11:55. And Canucks underway. Their power play fourth in the league, 20.6%. And at the doorstep is Colin. Colin has that one pickpocketed from him. Battle in the corner boards continues on. Ward trying to get a stick on that. And that clear is some friendly fire for the Vicks. Samalcha picks that up. And in the tangle for it. Dines works that free. Loose puck. Samalcha plays it down low. Collins cuts in front. Toe drag backhand. And it's in the goal. A nice move there. And the Canucks continue to pour on. It's 4-0. This time it's Ward with the goal to tack on to his assist. Samalcha picks up an assist, and it looks like Nicholas Collin will as well. Here's a look at the replay as there's Ward walking in and sneaks that one home. And that's going to be the night for Ethan Penner. So he'll play 12:28. And Mason Tabak comes in, goal for the Junior Victorious. Off the draw. And the Vicks work that ahead on the near side. Calm down, puck dumped ahead. So they're gonna make that unassisted there on the Ward goal. First shot is picked up, and the Vicks trying to dig themselves out of a goal, or out of the hole here, as they got the same amount of shots on goal as the Canucks have goals. Walking in, Gallagher makes it in a couple nice moves there. Unable to test back for the first time tonight. Skirmish continues on. Some broken lumber sitting near the, and that one gets blown dead. So out of that skirmish, gets frozen up. Lumber returned to the Vicks bench. And off the draw, Werfel wins that back. Quick shot deflected off the Lumber. Bounces on top of the boards and works its way in behind the goal, where St. Vital will try and dig it out of the zone. Ward, though, with the roid blockade. Werfel gets knocked down, and that one worked quickly out of the zone by the Vicks. And now right back to Werfel. And on the head pass, Arneson goes through traffic, and he collides there. Looks like it was Saxberg, as he was slightly offside entering the zone, and we get ready to do it again. And the Vicks on the near side, and they'll chop that one all the way down. Working around now with it, and then that one hits a little bit of a bump off a stick. Astrino trying to scoop it up, unable to do so as Ward cycles around Handful of points for him in this opening frame. Warfel with it. He's got a goal. He'll work it back to the point. In down low. Canucks. Back to Phillips. And his shot deflected. Tabac with the save. Rebound loose in front. Arneson fires it. And that one kicked out back to the point for Phillips. Phillips' shot hits some lumber in front. Battle for the loose puck. And the Vicks crashing in and trying to work that one free now. Good pin up there by Liam Saxberg, and he takes care of Warfel. As him and Warfel going at it just out the screen of the camera. Now the puck comes to Saxberg, and he'll work that one down. And the Vicks work it out of the zone. They'll go for a change. Warfel dumps in, and he'll also go for a change. Just out of the reach of Tabac. Vicks now, they'll work that back into their own zone as Matthews before turning up ice. Now Matthews with it. He'll chip that to the neutral zone. Worked right ahead by Robertson. Quick shot by Ward. Kicked out. Rebound comes right to the Canucks. Off the glove. Loose in front. And the Vicks flutter that one out of the zone all the way down. Bear scoops it up. He opened this one up. Off a couple sticks. Gertzky ahead. And he'll get that one right back off the touch pass. Ahead on the near side. Big collision there as Wasaba comes in and clips a little bit there of Kobe Edwards. Puck worked out of the zone. St. Vital Gertzky now with it. Trying to play that ahead ice. He'll just dump that one up. Jordy on it. Canucks enter the zone 3-on-2. Quick shot. And that slap shot off the blocker into the corner. Robertson plays it towards the goal. Scooped up by Cullen. He'll work it down for Purnell. Purnell from behind their own goal. Now setting it up. And oh, that didn't get to the doorstep there for Colin. Saba works that one around. Gertzky trying to get to that. Parnell jars it free for Jordy. Saba's shot is blocked. He'll scoop up his own rebound though. And now toe drag fires to the far side and sliding across. What a save. Tabac able to make the stop. Battle for the puck. Samalcha picks that one up. And he'll work it to the near side for Colin as Parnell getting in it with the physicality with Edwards. Cutting in front. We got a penalty coming here. And we await the call. It's going to be a cross-check in front of the goal. And while they get ready to get the Canucks on their second power play, here's a look at that kick-out save there on the point-blank stop. Really nice play there by Tabac. So Canucks back on the man advantage. And off the draw. Vicks trying to clear it. Gets past Samalcha. Dines chasing that one down. And Robertson works that to Samalcha. Back to Robertson. Robertson plays that in. And that play in front won't go. Puck cleared all the way down. Murphy to work that ahead ice. And Ward picks that up offside. 31 seconds gone on the Camo call. Shot totals 23-4 in favor of St. James. They lead 4-0. And those 4 goals coming in the opening 10 minutes and 9 seconds as the referees and the one linesman having a little bit of a discussion before the biscuits drop. We're back underway. Puck worked on side for Arneson. And that turned over. Vicks able to work it out. Good work there by the number 2. Battle for the puck on the near side. And now scooped up by Phillips as he'll push that one from behind the goal all the way down. Parnell with it. And Phillips now on it. Fresh set of legs here on the tech squad as Elliott steps on the ice. Parnell at the other side, and he gets shut down. And a quick clear there by Elliott. 45 to go as the Canucks circle from behind their own goal. Trying to tack on to their lead. Bear And he'll collide, and the battle of the 15s ensues. Continuing to work out that one there with Willis, and that one now comes free. Calming it down, Phillips ahead to Bear. Bear cuts to the center, looking back for Warsaba. Or Phillips cuts in front though, walking around on the back end. Gallagher with the setup in front. Couple whacks at it down low. Zardison, and Tabak freezes that one up. So 15 seconds to go on the man advantage, 100 seconds to go in this frame. Shot totals are 25-4, according to the board, in favor of the Canucks, who have been all over the Vicks. Although the Vicks have had a couple of decent scoring opportunities, and most of their shots have been, as Ward plays that one back. Warsaba to Ward. Ward walks in, even strength, as Ward feeds it across. Canucks trying to get another one before the horn goes. Skirmish for it down low as they continue trying to jar that free. Work to the point. We got another penalty coming to the Vicks, as that one comes in just wide and now smothered up. And we'll see what the penalty was here on the replay. And nope, did not see it there. So it's again Matthews going to the sin bin for 2 minutes. Time the penalty is 18:53. Off the draw. Quick shot by Ward gets blocked. Another whack and the Vicks player falls. The referee's hand stays down. And Murphy works it out from behind the goal. Robertson plays it to the far side. Number 2 first on that, as he'll try and dig that one out of the corner. Picked up by Collins, and he can't center. Worked right back, Smelcha with the touch pass. There's a shot loose in front. Canucks digging at it, and now frozen up. 33.9 seconds to go in the opening frame. 86 seconds remaining on man advantage number 3 of the evening. Canucks making good work of their man advantage early on in this one. Battle for the puck on the near side. And Ward turns, fires, and held for a whistle. 25.3 seconds. Calling in on the draw. And he'll win that one back to Saxberg, who's tangled up with Warfel. Glove down on the attempt to clear by Liam Saxberg. And circling back, Smelcha works his way through Dines onto the backhand. Sticked into the corner board. Smelcha again, first on that is number 2. Works him off the puck. 6 seconds to go. Smelcha back on it with 3. Ward's got to shoot. Tipped in front, it's in. And they're calling it a goal. There's zeros on the clock. I didn't think it was in time. We'll look at the replay here, but it is 5, and I thought the horn went before that was in. But that was as close as it will get, and it's Nick Collin on the goal. And I don't know if they're going to discuss it or not. No, it's a goal. And that's how, I guess, a fitting way to end the period. The shots are 30-4 in favor of the Junior Canucks. The score is 5-0. Here's a look at the replay. And oh, you can't see the clock there. But yeah, definitely hear the horn. So that is where we sit as we enter the first intermission. And with that, we'll take a pause here to look at the out-of-town scoreboard and then go over all the goal scoring in this one, because boy, do we got plenty to go over. And a look here at the out-of-town scoreboard. And the Jets out in Fort Gary. High scoring affair in the opening frame. They got 97 seconds to go. 2-2. And that one, Chipman and Smith, the goal scorers for the Jets, who we covered yesterday. Russell and Headland, the goal scorers on the Twin side of things. Meanwhile, they played 20 out in Charleswood. Thomas with the goal for the Twisters. Turner has one for the Hawks. And the Hawks out shooting the Twist 16-7, 1-1 following the opening 20. Meanwhile, in the game that Graham's covering out in Transcona, pretty similar to this. That went 6-0 for the Railer Express with 2 minutes remaining in the first over the Rays Junior Hockey Club. 6 different goal scorers: Johnson, Whiteman, Sylvester, Sullen, Boomer, and Noah St. Laurent with the latest goal. And the nightcap game that got moved over for the Royal East Royal Knights as they have their new Homer rink, well, handful of Homer rinks that they'll be having, have their game going on against the Reals. That game will start at 8:30 from the Billy Mozenko Arena. And with that, we go for a recap here in the opening. And this one started off Nick Cohen on the power play, his 10th from Cole Robertson and Jaden Ward. Braden Bear, his first from Aiden Warfield at 118. And there's a correction here that Nick Cullen, Cole Robertson, and Jaden Ward goal is set to 1 second. It should be 19-19 as Braden Bear did open up the scoring. Aiden Warfield, his fifth, shorthanded from Jaden Ward at 5:38. Mike Ellinger, his first from Tyson Kuntz and Jacob Phillips at 10:09 at 12:28. Jaden Ward on the power play. Strikes from Gavin Samalcha. And then at 19:19, Nicholas Cullen with the goal, his 10th on the power play from Cole Robertson and Jaden Ward. Penalty summary, Matt Parnell with the rough at 3:53, 11:55, Grayson Matthews interference, 16:35, Cedric Comment with the cross check at 16:34 for Camo, and Grayson Matthews with the hooking call at 18:53. And again, shots 30-4. With that, I'm your host, Bentley Brent. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you here in approximately 6 minutes following the opening intermission. It is the Canucks leading the Vicks 5-0. And as we get ready to go here for the second frame in this one, of course, the big standout, Jaden Ward so far, a goal, 2 assists through the opening 20. And again, the big shot discrepancy in this one. See what the Vicks can do to counter. And there's one thing I've definitely seen about this Vicks team this year, and the one game, first time covering it here, but the one game I've seen against PV where they came back and won the shootout, they are a comeback late game team. And you know, you look at this, you got 40 minutes and plenty of time there to get the 5 goals you need. And I think a goal every 8 minutes isn't would not be undoable for this team. So let's see what they can do here as they get ready to get back into this one as the Canucks get ready to hit the ice at the other end of the. And they got all the momentum. Now they got to keep it. And again, as we're talking about teams making big comebacks, last game we covered here, we have definitely seen what can happen if you don't know how to play with the league. And that was Canucks having what sure looked like a win against the Reals get turned around by a handful of quick goals, and getting a late third period hat trick was Carson Dubois on that one. We got some little shooters for you all here. They got the goalie switch in here as switch teams. it's good to see the work getting done here in the community and little shooters that a handful of these teams do. And with that, we get back underway here to the live action of today's game. Second period, here we come, 5-0 for the Canucks, and as they know from that game against the Reals, they cannot step off the gas. As we've seen what the Reals can do, and we've seen what this Vicks team has done as they were the first team of the season to find an answer to the Reals. Both centermen ready to go in the draw. Dine set against Collin. And we are underway. Puck worked into the St. James zone, and they'll quickly slap that out right in front of Tabak, just in behind him. No icing. Loose puck scooped up by the Canucks. Canucks now. Robertson fires that into the attack zone as he collides with Dines. Ahead on the near side. Parnell has that one roll off his stick, and Gortsky ahead. Canucks tag at the line, and to go the other way. Gortsky walks in, and he runs into some bodies. There's a shot. Trying to get a deflection in front, and Murphy swallows her up. .19 on the clock. As we get ready to go here. Set on the drum. And off the draw. One into the corner by the Canucks. Wilson plays that one off the side of his goal. Phillips works that one out. Battle for it on the near side. Pushed ahead. Phillips trying to get his glove on that. Turns it over instead. And the flash of the leather to hold on for the stop by Murphy. Quick shot there from Chris Astroni. And the answer again with the leather. Matthews in on the draw. He wins that back. And the tic-tac-toe. Quick setup here by St. Vital. Turned over, and they'll get right back in behind the goal. Now worked away. Matthews trying to catch up to that one. Arneson works it up to Ward. Ward ahead. And he's got an unfavorable matchup, but he's going to make it work across. Arneson on the backhand stays with it and draws another penalty. And it's a hooking call next to the boos of the fans and the supporters here from St. Vital. Power play number 4 of what has been an electric special teams night for the St. James. And there's a look at the replay as Hayden Willis goes to the sin bin for the 2 minutes. And off the draw. Skirmish for it. Samalcha can't hold. Here's an opportunity, short-handed for the Vicks. They walk in. And oh, the deflection was just not there. They wanted to hook, and they're not going to get it. As Jaquette tried to tip that one in. Going the other way come the Canucks. Battle for it. Canucks calm things down. They circle, work it across for Robertson. Robertson feeds that one past Collin. Now Ward. Tango up. Puck cleared all the way down the ice. So 80 seconds to go on the man advantage. 2 minutes gone here in the second. Canucks work it ahead. No shots for them in the frame. 2 for the Vicks. Puck dumped in. Comes out on the far side. And getting a good stick on that. St. Vital clears it all the way down his lead. Now, working it ahead on the near side. Ward, he'll chip that, and he gets run. Big hit there on the collision. As the Canucks dump that one in. Work back, Smolcha now with it. He'll play that across. And that shot there off the mark. Battle on the near side. Smolcha trying to get the deflection again in front from Arneson. And that just goes wide. Battle at it continues down low there by Patterson. Trying to work that free. And center now to Phillips. Phillips walks in. Rebound comes right back to him. Works it on the back end. Calming it down. And cleared out of the zone all the way down by Green. Jordy on that. And that will do it here for the man advantage as we head to even strength. As Thornton takes a hit there. And he'll try and scoop that one up. Puck gets cleared all the way down the ice. Skirmish for it. And again, just the heavier stick there on that one is Jordy. And he'll work that up ice. Walking in. Putting on the brakes is Thornton. And he'll play that across. Trying to feed that to Bear. Gets away from him to the far side. Now Bear gets that. 4 gone here in the middle frame. Long clear. Canucks pick that one up. They work through some contact and they're unable to center. Battle in the feet. That one worked in behind the goal. Scooped up by Camo and he'll work that to the near side. And there's a turnover. Buffalo centers in front and the Canucks can't get the tip in. Continuing to work it out. Gortsky walks into the attack zone. Gortsky now with it. Fires off the mask, loose in front. And the Canucks just getting enough on that one as Wilson comes all the way down. Chase for the puck. And Lee was there to fend off Caden Buffalo. It's an icing against Buffalo's Canucks. And here's a look at the replay of that hit that Ward took. And right there, kind of got covered up a little bit by the scoreboard, but some good physicality there to show with the shots on goal in the frame for the Vicks in their favor by a score of 3-1. On the near side, another big hit. Buffalo gets shut down. He wants a penalty, not going to get one. There's a shot from the number 2, and Gloveden held on for a whistle at 4:49. And Buffalo gets absolutely rocked as we were just mentioning the physicality. Here's a look at it and boom. That is a brilliant shoulder check there. Nice hit. And the physicality trying to make some offense now of it for the Vicks. Saxberg out there and it's going to be Matthews in the draw. He awaits his opponent there. Matthews wins it back. There's the pass to Saxberg. Saxberg shot through traffic, deflected just wide of the goal. Battle on the near side. Saxberg tries to get it in. He'll just get enough there to knock Thornton off the puck. Work down low for the Vicks. Looking for the center, and that one rolls off a stick. Trying to get the feed in front. There's an opening, and they couldn't pull the trigger. Was free with the opportunity. As he'll circle back, here's an opportunity from the number 2. That is shot. The goaltender gets enough of. Clearing now here. Kunitz works that all the way down to the far side. And the 2 of St. Vital works that one up. Some physicality. That one catches up high. And Gallagher is going to go to the sin bin for the slash as he broke a Vic stick. So it's been a while since the Vicks have got a man advantage. They get one now. And that'll be Thornton going to the sin bin. Also an update. The number 2 there on the roster for St. Vital coming in the AP is Benji Pepper. So there it is. Fill that into the roster on the man advantage, trying to get a deflection. And the tip ahead. Saxberg was at the doorstep. Ward going the other way, short-handed, trying to tack on another one. Goaltender makes a save. Rebound. It's in the goal. And Warfel finishes it off. Another short-handed goal, their second of the game. And Warfel's second. 6-0. So Aiden Warfel with 2 short-handed goals. And it's been a long time since I've seen 2 short-handed goals by the same player. Walking in. Puck work back. Trying to get right back. There's a turnover. Osterman all alone. Walks in. Back at forward. Oh! Shut down off the stick. Skirmish forward on the near side. Continues on what has not been the night for St. Vital. Still got half a hockey game plus 3:15 to go to get back in this one. They got to keep that one away from Ward, who's picked up a handful of assists in this one to go with this goal. Bear makes the play. Puck comes out. Scooped up by Warfel. Warfel looking for the hat trick short-handed. Feeds it across. And Warsaba couldn't finish. Battle for it. 30 seconds remaining. Warfel backhand. And well, he comes in there. I don't know if that's Warfel or Warsaba. Can't see if that's the 2 or the 12. In on the goal and to back. And as I look at the skirmishes here, here's a look. Oh, there's a little bit of a look at the action going on down low. So it's going to come off as the Canucks did knock the net off. Good to see that Mason DeBack's looking good. Warfel set on the draw. 29 seconds remaining on the Vicks. Man advantage as they'll dump that one in. Calmed down by St. Vital. And they'll look to center that in front of the opportunity. Chicat now with the walking in, and oh, they had it. But kicked into the corner boards on the shot from Patterson. There's another one. Getting the pad down is Murphy. There's a shot. That one nudges off the side of the netting. 3 seconds on the man advantage. Putting on the brakes. Even strength we go. Ward takes a whack at a Vicks player. We stay alive here at 5-on-5. That one knocked down. Ward scoops it up and walks in, fires that one into the Mason to back. And he's able to hold on. Didn't see where it landed for a second. So another tough power play outing for the Vicks. 11:56 to go. Shots in the frame are 4-4, or 4-6, sorry, in favor of St. Vital. As they take that puck there in the defensive zone, quickly work that one up. Touch pass to the near side. Quick shot. Murphy makes a stop. Rebound, lay low, taking a whack at it, but fanning on the opportunity there is Elliott. As that one worked down by Parnell, and he got shut down. Good work there by Pepper. Battle for the puck. Trying to nudge that one free. Getting physical in the corner boards. Robertson works it to the far side for Parnell, who collides with Dines there with a little bit of some stick action. As the Vicks work it out from behind their own goal. They turn that one over. Robertson fires in front, and Collins works it free as Nick Collins unable to somehow get that on the wide open goal. Puck cleared all the way down, just enough for icing, and yes it is at 10:58. So we'll head back down to the St. Vital end. So Dines in on the draw. against Osterman. One back, Pepper now with it, and he'll work that to the far side. Ward on the puck, and Dines knocks him off. Pepper comes in to lay a hit there on Warfel, who plays it just out of the reach where Saba gets his blade on it behind the goal, trying to work it in front. Warfel looks around, and that shot deflected and goes up into the netting, and it works its way out of play. 10:38 on the clock. Shots 35-11. 6-0 in favor of the Canucks. They tack on another one in this one. Warfel on the draw, ready to go against Matthews. And Warfel wins that one back. Stick battle for it. And the Vicks work that into the attack zone as they get brought down, and the Canucks settle it all down as Ward. Ward trying to take that ahead, gets past the sides with the sidestep, walks in, fires off the blocker, came right up into the slot near the corner boards, and that one is fired off the cross member. So that'll bring a stoppage in play at 10:09. So Grayson Matthews set on the draw, ready to go. And that one, Samalcha wins that one to the near side, picked up by the other 25 on the ice of Tyler Free, quickly ahead, walking in, looking for the opportunity, and Esteroni plays that to the far side. Matthews on that. Now back to the point. Through the contact, St. Vital walks in, and Gertzky puts that off the iron puck at the doorstep. Canucks clear, and that's going to be an icing. So we said back here, and a little bit of luck there on the night going for the Canucks goaltender. As Murphy thanks his post before the drop of the biscuit. And off the draw. Canucks on the near side. That one makes its way through the Raptors. Right to Osterman, who puts it on the backhand just wide of the goal. Battle for it. And that one cleared in. Looked like maybe a trip there as Gortsky plays it to the near side for St. Vital. As Patterson looks to play to head ice, unable to do so. Good work there by Warsaba, but worked free, walking in here. And Birchfinger can't get a shot away as coming in to make the big block there was Jordy, and the physicality for the Vicks with maybe some frustration amps up. As Buffalo misses his hit and Dines takes it up ice to the far side, cutting across for St. Vital, works it back, and loose puck. Worked out its numbers here. We got 3 as Thorson taps that head. Samalcha walks in, puts it just over the goal, and a collision there as Samalcha comes down and sliding into the goal, knocking it off is the number 12 of Luke Elliott, and that'll keep it in the St. Vital zone. 8:33 to go. We thank you for tuning into this one. I'm your host, Bentley Brandt, bringing you today's action. Vicks win the draw, and Wilson works that right ahead. Kunitz trying to walk into that one, pickpocketed though, and quickly on that St. Vital as they cycle that one around via Willis. Quick shot by Dines just over the goal, and calmed down by the Canucks before going ahead. Big hit there, takes out Buffalo. And again, as we mentioned, that physicality as Dines getting in a little bit with Gallagher. Battle for the puck down low. Picked off by the Vicks. St. Vital thumps that one in wide of the goal. And that one tipped in by Robertson. Saxberg takes a whack at it, can't get it out. And through traffic, Robertson turns, fires into the corner boards. And that one scooped up by Wilson. He'll play that along. Kunitz fires on the doorstep for Robertson. Can't get that one past the goaltender. Friendly fire there in front, and Wilson works that out. Now Kunitz to turn up ice, and he gets in a tango with one of the Vicks players. Puts in deep calling on that one, and cycling away from him on the breakout is St. Vital, and via Astaroni worked that one all the way down the ice. Icing waved off. The physicality trying to jar it free for the Vicks, and that one goes right in between the two defenders. Shot down by the Canucks. Icing waved off. Thanks to a hustle by Robertson. Centers for Collin. Collin gets taken out, and it's another penalty. And it is going to be a hook. And there's a look trying to catch that there on the replay in time. My apologies there, didn't in time. So power play opportunity number five of the night. Off the draw, Canucks. And under some harassment there, the puck comes out. Battle for it. Dumped in. Skirmish for it, and Gertzky gets that one out. So it is a hook to Pepper. 6:25 to go here in the middle frame. As Bearer slides that to the far side for Arneson. Arneson puts on the brakes. Puck works its way out to the near side. All the way around, Arneson giving chase. And the net has come off the more or penalty. It's going to stay on the near side. I think the net popped up. As the back referee blows it dead. 6:07 on the clock, 121 on the penalty to Pepper. On the hook. Puck cleared, splits the D and all the way down. Samalcha scoops that one up. And he'll work it up on the near side. Walks in, plays it in front on the doorstep. He'll scoop it up himself. Robertson now with it through some traffic. Vicks could have a dangerous opportunity to go the other way was Ben Dines, but good work there to get back in it by Robertson and across to Collin. Collin back to Robertson. He can find it. Scooped up by Warfel, who takes a hard hit. And how about that for some physicality? 30 seconds to go as Ward cycles around in behind his own goal. 5:10 to go. Vicks just need a goal to get some momentum to go in their way. Collin scoops it up, fires that one off the pad. Collin scoops it back up and centers that one. Warfel and knocked away from Samalcha on a diving play there to break it out. And walking in on the opportunity, Australia plays that one in off the goal. And that does it for the man advantage. We hit even strength here with 4:40 on the clock. And the Vicks looking to go up ice. And that pass off the mark. Jordy quickly ahead to Collin. Collin walks in. And that one up into the trapper. Jars free though. Goaltender can't freeze. Warsaba shot into the corner boards on the near side. Out of the reach of Lee. Lee now knocks that one free. Walking in Patterson. And Warsaba in the perfect place at the right time. Shuts that down with a quick stick check. Saxberg works that one up. Too many men, and no, they let that go. As there was 6 there right on the change for the Canucks as Thornton walks through traffic, fires that wide of the goal. And that hit creates some offense here. Walking in and just dumped in instead before going back is Carter Lee. Gortsky going at it there. And he'll work that free in front. Battle for it down low continues on as Jordy was getting in with it with Gortsky and a couple of physicality as the physical battles continue on behind. Kunitz though takes a hit from Dines and we'll see if we can get the physical reaction back from St. James as that one misses high glove side. Caden Buffalo scoops it up, 3 to go in the frame. Buffalo walks in and has nowhere to go, worked into the corner where Edwards gets pummeled and he's in some pain. And now Edwards still laying down and the trainer comes out. And we got some physicality now going on over here. And we'll take a look here at Kobe Edwards and hope he's okay. And with that, we will show you the replay of the hit that Warfel took walking in there. And that really got this physicality going in this one. And good to see Edwards there up. The applause of the sticks. And now the debate on where the draw shall be. 2:47 on the clock, and Warfel standing there. Looks like with Gertzky it is. And Gertzky doesn't seem too happy as he gives explanation down there to his coaching staff. So as they continue to discuss this one, we got the one goal to report just in this frame. Fair bit of penalties, as you can guess, with the physicality amping up. And she'll be in the corner here. Shots in the frame, 9 for St. Vital, 11 for the Canucks. And off the draw, we're underway, and there's going to be, should be a fight. Warfel decides he's not going to drop the gloves, though. Or, I mean, not really what you want to do anywhere when a guy's wearing a cage, other than rip it off. And then there goes your night. Battle for it in front. Getting the pad down is Murphy. And Gertzky calms things down. Long clear off a stick and in. St. Vital puts on the brakes. Saxberg picks it up. He'll play that one in. Murphy works that along. 2 to go in the frame. Ward. And he'll take a run. Dines takes a little bit of a run at him. Doesn't get enough, though, as he would like. Puck worked into the attack zone. Artisan. And Saxberg breaks it up. There's a penalty coming on that hit, though. And that is going to get things changed up here. As a Canucks player is still down. And he looks like he's going to get up by himself. Here's a look. We'll show you. Here's a look at the replay of that hit. And looked pretty clean, honestly, from that. That looked like a good hit into the board. From the boards. I don't know what the call is. It's a 2-minute penalty, though, so the minor call another power play instead of Camo in the sin bin. As the referees continue to talk about their discussion, continues on here. As this game continues to brew and slightly continue on, well, not slightly, it already is out of hand. As the referee's trying to continue to get back control. And still having their debate continues on. And I don't have an update for you yet on what the signal was. I think he was looking at the replay when he made it. And I think the referee's going to toss him or make a four. It looked, they're going to change it as the door opens. Or may give him misconduct as well. Maybe not. As the door does open, I wonder, they're going to give him probably a 10-minute misconduct as well as they change it to a 5. So probably a 5 and a 10. And then, yeah, no point of sitting in the penalty box there. As he gets ushered away is Camo. Still don't know what the penalty was, though. What's it was a check from behind? Don't have it here yet on my game sheet. Brandon Patterson in to serve. And they await the fourth VIX player. Elliott gets settled in, and we are underway where Saba plays it across. And that deflection right from the goal. Where Saba and in front from Warfel comes all the way down. So 5 minutes for boarding is the call, and it was close to the boards, but he never really made contact with them. I thought maybe it'd be a check from behind, if anything. And Robertson plays that across. That shot off the mark. Where's Saba with it? He'll play to the far side, and that one just slapped wide from Ward. Scooped up and cutting right in front is Robertson. Final minute of the second frame. And we'll see how much of this period spills over following the break here coming up in 40 seconds. On the near side, Ward. He'll walk in, makes a move. Puck comes free and cleared all the way down. 35 to go. Where's Saba from behind his own goal? His squad looking pretty comfortable in this one. And he'll play that up. On the near side, Cullen now with it. Watched by Dines. Samalcha picks that up on the far side, cuts back, feeds off to Ward. Ward plays it down low. There's a shot by Ward Saba off the lumber of Quebec. And battle for it. Comes out to Ward. Ward plays it down low, firing, and the Canucks strike at 7-0. With 1 6/10 to go in the frame. Their fourth special teams goal of the game. 3:16 remaining on the major. And they, I'm surprised they're not just running this here. And that's what that's what the Vicks want. There's a little bit of showboating there by Cullen after. And they are going to run the time. Safe decision to do so, and that brings us to the end of 40. So 40 minutes have come and gone in this one. Shot total is 43-13 for St. James. They have 13 shots in that frame. 9 for the Vicks, 2 goals to report. And we'll go with your scoring summary. Handful of penalties to report. We might just skip over those due to time constraints and continue on to the out-of-town scoreboard. And as we head here to the break, we'll quickly go over the scoring summary here. Warfel, his second, short-handed from Jaden Ward at 6:09. And I'm awaiting the assist there on the goal at 19:18. Well, as we wait for that, we can go to the penalties. Hayden Willis with a hook at 1:21. Brady Thornton slash at 5:51. 13:14. Benji Pepper took a hook. Cedric Camo with a 5-minute major boarding at 18:15. And that one was served by the 10 of Brandon Patterson, who will serve 3:15 remaining on that penalty. And as they await there, the update on the Nick Collin goal at the assist. With that, we'll bring you that later. We'll head over to the out-of-town scoreboard. And look what's happening around the league. 40 minutes come and gone in Fort Garry. And the Fort Garry Fort Rouge Twins up in that one. 5-4, both teams 2 goals apiece in the second. Russell with 2, Balshaw with 2, Headland with 1, Chipman, Smith, Karzowski, and Vitali, the goal scorers for the Jets, as they are outshooting the Twins 22-19, down by 1. Meanwhile, the Twisters and Canucks, last time we checked in, it was 1-1, but they got 17:26 to go in the third, and 4 goals in the middle period for the Hawks have expanded on, or really blowing that one open and give them a nice little cushion. The Twisters would battle back and pot one more, but that now sits at a 6-2 lead for the Hawks at home. It's Thomas and Cox with the goal scorers for the Twisters. Turner, Sperber, Briggs, Morrison, Turcotte, and Franklin, who got the game winner the other day. The goal scorers for the Hawks, outshooting the Twisters 37-15. Meanwhile, in the game that Graham is covering out from Seven Oaks, as the Raiders Junior Hockey Club continues to struggle against the Railer Express, getting outshot 27-6. And the score in that one is 8-0. Johnson, Whiteman, Sylvester, Sellen, Boomer, St. Laurent with the goal scorers in the first. Ryan McClure and Turner tack on a pair for themselves. And with that, they are underway out in River East, and 0-0 as that game has just started here. With that, we will head to break and again get you the assist on the Nick Collin goal at 19:18 when we return, and we'll see you here in 6 minutes time. It's 7-0 Canucks following 40. And welcome back as we get ready to go here for the final frame. An update on the Nicholas Collin power play goal, his 11th and second of the game. Gavin Smolcha picked up the lone assist of that goal. Time of the goal is going to be 19:59. And with that, we'll see how the tempers have boiled over following a little bit of a rest in between both these squads. 3:15 on carryover from the major as the Vicks head out in this one. Shot total is 43-13 in favor of St. James. And here come the Canucks as they make their way out of the tunnel at the other end of the ice. And we'll see how both these teams again play this 20 minutes, if they're both going to be ready to just go home and take it as it is, or if there'll be any tempers, like I said, boil over. That will continue to build into this one. Collin in on the draw, ready to go. Facing off against the 24 of Aaron Bertschinger, and Bertschinger and on the draw. Collin gets that one back. Quickly on it through traffic come the Vicks, and they couldn't find a way past the defenseman there as Astorino. Puck played to the far side by Werfel, and that one lifted off a stick and in on goal, smothered up for a whistle. We got a stoppage in play here as Tabak has that one come right into his glove. And off the draw. Ward has that one into his skates, stays onside. Nope. Linesman says otherwise. And the centerman ready to go again. Collin again wins that one cleanly. Robertson into the zone, makes a move, cuts into the slot, kicks it to himself, and that one deflected off some lumber and up into the netting on the in-tight shot. And that will bring out a new set of forwards for both teams. Dines in, ready to go against Smolcha. Went back into the slot. Smolcha trying to take a shot. Dines took him down and was able to clear that one all the way down on Murphy. Murphy leads that to Bear, who opened up the scoring in this one early on. And Bear will work it ahead. 2:25 to go in the man advantage. Thorson now with it. And he's knocked off. The puck now down low for Collin. Collin through some traffic, takes out the referee as well. Rolls off the blade of Kunitz. And the Vicks play that all the way down and around on the clear. Nice little play there to clear that one out. And with that, the Canucks, they go ahead forward. Thornton dumps that one in. As they got 1:55 to go in the man advantage. Power play 6 for 3. Power play 3 is 6. Operating at 50%. Smolcha now with it behind his own goal. He'll turn up ice as he gets chased by Edwards. To the far side, Canucks walk in, past Pepper, with numbers, and that one lifted just over the goal cage. On the near side, here comes St. Vital, 2-on-1 if they can reach that, and a stretched out play there by Edwards, just not enough long. The stick just not long enough to knock that one across as Ward's opportunity gets shut down. Rebound, though, is worked free by Colin back to Ward. And Ward works that in behind the goal, nudged off the puck. In front, Warfel goes to the backhand looking for the Hattie, and that gets gloved up. 17:43 to go in regulation. Near side draw. As Colin there with a couple jabs there at Pepper as he skates off the ice. Off the draw. One back. Robertson plays it across for Ward. Ward has that lifted off his stick into the corner boards. And that one gets through the blade of Warsaba and all the way down. Puck picked up and worked on the far side. Warsaba clears that all the way in. Robertson to scoop that one up. He'll leave it on for Warfel. Warfel back to Robertson. And Robertson has that one roll away from him. Free on that one, and he'll jar that one loose. Scooped up by Brady Thornton in tight. Warfel behind the goal. Battle for the puck. Robertson plays it to the point. And a nice little move there. Works it free back to Robertson. In behind the goal, and it's in. Popped up just over the goaltender, and the Canucks tack on another one off the work from Warsaba down low. And Cullen will knock that one in. So good work by him, and he'll pick up the hat trick. And here's a look at the replay of the Cullen hat trick. Just able to lift it just over the goaltender and knocks it in. 10 seconds remaining on the major. But 4 power play goals out of their 8. And the other 2 shorthanded as we're back to even strength. Loose puck, and we got a skirmish going. Couple good jabs down there by the Vicks player. And now Samolcha tangles him up. And another getting an undercut in on there. The helmet's off of the St. Vital player. I can't see the number. And they are not letting go. And that's Patterson. And he got a couple good uppercuts in there. That was just out of frame there behind the play right at the start. And they're not going to toss Patterson, though, or they're not going to toss either of them. In interesting decision there. So they go to clean up the carnage. And they bring it into the Vicks. You know, they're not going to attack any, they shouldn't attack anything on. Just where they moved the puck originally, I was wondering. They're going to move it into the Vicks zone. I have a feeling that's what this discussion is about, and yes, that's what's going to happen. As the referees get their airtime, if they haven't had plenty enough so far in this one. 16-27 shots, 48-14. And they are opening the Vic's door. Well, they're opening both the doors now. And I wonder if that's going to be the night for Patterson and Samalcha, as it should be. Especially if you rip the guy's helmet off, and what Samalcha did do, at least from what I saw, I don't think that was voluntary taken off, which would be a game and be the end of the night for them. So discussion continues. Faceoff comes into the Vic zone. Robertson makes his way to the penalty box. And now I'm really confused. So it's a Vic's power play out of all of this, but oh no, they're calling for a Vic's player. So it's 4-4. Yeah, we're doing 4-4 here. Or yeah, it should be 4-4. As they continue to sort out this delay, and now they got a Vic's player that they usher across there. So Tyler Freef makes his way to the sin bin in what has been a busy night here for the Pen. So after it's all said and done, Free and Samalcha both on the board there for the 2 minutes, and I'm guessing they're just serving some roughings to go with the misconduct. 16:27 to go in the third, and with that we are back underway after a long whistle just for to have a couple seconds tick away as that gets smothered up. Off the draw. Firth plays that across. Wilson trying to hold into the corner. Dines goes out with the physicality. Trying to jar free. And a nice hit there by Pepper. And that's exactly what it was. The 10-minute misconduct and the 2 for the rough. Cullen in on the draw. He wins that back. There's a quick shot and smothered up and held on for a whistle. We get ready to do this again here. As Tabak holds on for the whistle. Same skaters. Dines and Collin ready to go on the draw. This one now coming to the right of Tabak and one back here and controlled by the Vics, who will work it out from behind their own goal. Ahead as they'll make their way right up Broadway. St. Vital walks in, works it back to the point, and that one comes right in off the lumber. Wilson to Parnell, and away from him to Collin. Collin sends that one all the way in, icing waved. Vics to take control in their own zone. And they'll wait for the head pass, and circling back is Dines. Dines cycles again in behind his own goal before turning up ice. And he'll make his way through a couple stick checks. Walks in, works to the forehand. Oh, I thought he tricked that one through on the short side. And couldn't get that puck there to sneak by. And now Dines going at it there with Cullen a little bit on the change. And walking in, Warfel trying to get the centering opportunity. We got a penalty coming. for a slash. So slash there behind the play. Darren Birchinger will put another power play in which has scored 4 goals. For the Canucks. So 4 on 3, plenty of ice to work with here for both teams. Puck cleared all the way in on goal. Jordy to make his way up ice. He'll roll that one along on the far side. Canucks walk into the attack zone, fire that one off the side of the net. Canucks man advantage again going at 50% on the night as we now go to 5 on 4. Samalcha out of the sin bin as well as Patterson. And Edwards comes onto the ice and quickly on, chasing down Robertson. Robertson, though, with the speed, works it to his advantage, walks in, goes through, almost all of St. Vital. Couldn't put that in on the far side, and he'll work that off the boards. And Bear going at it a little bit with Edwards. Edwards was looking for a fight at the start of the frame with Werfel, and he wasn't going to go with him. Wasaba walks into that one at the doorstep. And the Canucks couldn't do anything with that. Looking for a tip-in. Werfel now goes through some contact, stays with it, trying to play it in front. And Robertson works that cross. Warsaba. He'll play it down low for Werfel. Werfel. And he gets pushed into the corner boards there and held by Green. Work back to the point. Bears shot loose in front. Werfel taking some jabs at it. Green takes exception to that. Doesn't like the Canucks player in on his goaltender's mitt. And we got stoppage in play at 13-17 here in this one. I'm your host, Benny Brandt, bringing you today's action. 23 seconds remaining on the man advantage for the Canucks. As Colin in on the draw for the Canucks. Tangle up off the draw, and the Vicks bleed some time away. Puck sent all the way down the ice. Phelps picks that one up, and he'll work up ice. Phelps ahead now. Arneson to the far side. Off a couple sticks. Wilson whacks away at it. And Colin in front. Oh, and that one just missed the mark. Even strength we are now. Battling with it now to Wilson. Wilson works on the backhand, plays it down low. Feet in front. St. Vital scoops it up. Dines to go the other way. Dines walks in. Backhand forehand, sneaking it home, and the Vicks score. They are on the board. Some good work there by Dines. And St. Vital ends the shutout opportunity at 12:33 off the hustle from Ben Dines. And he'll pick up the assist. Firth, he'll clear that ahead. Saxberg on that. Gloved by Buffalo down low. And a big hit there running into the referee on the play as Saxberg gets the physicality into this one. So Birchinger picks up the goal on the play there by Van Dines. Battle for it. And Buffalo maybe will go out with someone else as walking in Osterman just plays that one wide of the goal. Picked up and some stick work there. Going out there, Saxberg taking a couple of whacks at Buffalo from behind the play and loose puck. Both guys go for a change. Canucks walk in. 8-1 game. Played in behind the goal by Ward. Into the slot. Canucks quick shot. And that's smothered up at 11:26. Shot totals 54-18 in favor of the Canucks, leading 8-1. So Birchinger from Dines has the Vicks on the board in this one. Quick shot by Ward. Arneson. Oh, and there's some physicality going in after that, as well as Dines, and a great trapper stop by Quebec there. And they're ushering Dines away right away. I'm guessing they're going to do both guys, or maybe not. With that, we'll take a look at the replay of the Vic's goal. And there's the work here by Dines. Works it on the back end and gets it right across there for the tip-in by Berkshire, and it is a Canucks power play when it's all said and done. So Dines has a penalty. Power play number 10 of the game, as I count that. And 4 power play goals. And now they're getting out another player here as Jackson Green comes in. Oh, what? I don't know what that was for. We'll hear from the PA announcer soon, as that's loose in front, digging away at a goaltender down and smothered up. So they got 3 Vicks players in the sin bin and the 1 Canucks player. Of course, the 2 from the fight. And I don't know why Green was ushered off. Battle for the puck. And that gets smothered up at 11:06. Unless if Dines got a misconduct as well. That would be my best guess. Ward walks in and that's smothered up right to the chest at 10:59. And off the draw, quick shot on the back of the netting, and that comes out to the point. Battle for it. Work down low. Tip in just wide. And of course, they did give him a 10-minute misconduct as well. And that is what Green came in to serve the penalty. Canucks hold at the line. As they got 70 seconds on the man advantage, Ward's shot kicked out. And that one trickles all the way down. Warsaba. He'll go to scoop that up. As he awaits from behind his own goal. Canucks trying to work it ahead. Arneson. He'll play it to the far side. And Thorson has that offside at 10:05. Bring us a stoppage in play here. 44 seconds on the man advantage. And off the draw. Picked up and dumped all the way down. Glove by Murphy. He'll work that one away to Parnell. Parnell to Arneson. Arneson walks in. Waits, fires that one just wide of the goal on the near side. Parnell can't reach it. Comes out. Scooped up by Bear. Bear to Parnell. And there's a turnover, but Parnell gets it right back. Walks into the attack zone. Quick shot wide of the goal. Kicked out in front. Arneson works it back. Bear stretching out, holds at the line. And making a move. And there's player hits the ice. They continue on, and that one's smothered up at 9:18 as we head back to even strength here. Shot total is 59-18 in favor of the Canucks. And the battle off the draw. Picked up, worked over the zone. Where's Saba now with it? And through the traffic, we got a hand pass at 9:05. And that's going to come back here to the near side draw. Battle off the draw, one back and quickly fired in by the Canucks. Puck calmed down and quickly now made a nice little move. There's Bertschinger to the far side. And that one just rolls off the stick of Free as a loose puck there. Scooped up by the Canucks. Canucks clear that one out. And comes right back in. Nice hit there as they try and dig it out on the near side. Turnover, scooped up, and Saxberg has that one bounce away from him. Held at the line though by Free as Free works it down low and gets it back from Edwards to Free. And Saxberg plays that along to his defensive pairing as they try and work this one out of the zone. Comes right back in. Saxberg comes to the bouncing puck down. And the Canucks caught in a change as Saxberg feeds that one to Bertschinger. Plays it in on goal, and the flash of the leather brings the stoppage in play at 8:02. As that was one of the better looks of the frame. Not the best next to their goal scorer. An opportunity there that Bertschinger had, and there's another one. Trying to get a second and slowly get his team back in this one. Or at least some momentum to carry on to their next game. That's Parnell. Scoops that one up, turns it over. Walking in, and oh, couldn't stay with it with St. Vital. Battle for it. And Lee turns out over to Robertson, and that looked like it made contact with the roof, and a couple people up here thought it did too. It definitely did, but they're going to let it go. .7:20 to go. Gertzke plays that to the far side. And that puck battle continues on. Pepper trying to work it out. Scooped up by Lee. Lee to the near side boards. And forked into the zone by Firth. Gertzke now circles around. Cuts up on the inside. Trying to get knocked. Yeah, pickpocketed by Collin. But picked up by Parnell. Parnell across to Collin. Looking for his fourth and unable to get that one. Gertzke kicks it to himself. He'll walk into the attack zone. Fires that one. And that was high. Canucks scoop up the puck. And they'll take that up Broadway. Firth walks in. And that off the lumber and up into the netting at 6:35. Shot totals here in the period. 6 for the St. Vital Junior Victorias. Meanwhile, a total of 16 for the Canucks. Off the draw. Pepper plays it across, and his squad looks to turn up ice on the near side. With the feed picked up now. Bertschinger plays that one on just wide of the goal. Back at the point for Pepper. Off a couple sticks, doesn't quite make it. A Bertschinger comes all the way down. Icing waved off. Pepper takes it up from his goaltender. And on the chip pass, numbers coming in for the Vics. Free plays that one back in front and clogging up the holes defensively as the Canucks up to Arneson. And Arneson has that one worked away from him by Pepper. Glove down, walking in. Great move there to get his foot down to stay on side as Free fires that one just over the goal as Astroni slides on side. Vics trying to set it up from behind their own goal. Pepper goes to the far side. He collides there with Arneson. And out comes the Canucks with the puck from behind the goal. But it's quickly on a stick of a red sweater here for the Vics. Right back and dumped in by St. James. 5:20 to go in regulation. Pass ahead. Firth scoops that one up. And he'll play that ahead. And all the way down. Calm down here as Nell waits from behind his own goal. And he'll work that up on the near side. Scooped up. St. Vital puts on the brakes. Looks around. And Jaquette plays that down low. Looking for a man in front. And that one's smothered up from a tight angle shot in on goal from Hayden Willis. And we get ready to go. Edwards in on the draw. Or correction there, Matthews on the draw. Battle for the puck. Saxberg with it. And the Canucks work it free. Gallagher plays that one along. And the shot by Kunitz, waffle boarded again. That's how they got their last one off the goaltender's stick and in. As Colvin was able to get his hat trick that way. This time, not the case. Where's Saba? Behind his own goal. He'll feed that up ice. Thornton breaks that one out to Kunitz. Fires it in on goal. And again, the dangerous rebound calmed down by the Vicks. Puck worked out. Brooks on it. He'll play it to the far side. As Kunitz gets sandwiched. And he's going to ice it. And we'll see if there's any retaliation as Warsaba getting in it. And now Kunitz going at Lee. Or correction, Brooks going at Lee. And Lee's just going to let it be. .3:59 to go here. 8-1 Canucks. Draw one back by Edwards. Quick shot just wide. Battle for the puck on the near side. Saxberg with it. And that shot just off the mark. Battle for it. That's dumped in on goal. And the battle for the loose puck. Vicks forked that one just wide as Edwards. Scooped up and to go the other way is Osterman. Osterman walks in. He bounces off the hit. Quick shot. Kicked into the corner boards. And the Vicks now trying to go the other way. Walking in. Bertringer plays that one up to Jaquette. And right back to Edwards. Edwards works it to Saxberg and just off the mark there. And that one rolls out of the zone. So the Vicks set it up again. Jaquette plays that in deep. 3:05 to go. Warsaba with the puck on his stick. He'll clear that all the way down. And that's going to be an icing. 2:55 on the clock. Shot total 61-23. And another 8-1 Canucks game. Similar to the one in between the Canucks and Pembina Valley we had here, although that one was close at the beginning. And this one, Canucks just came out flying, and maybe after a long last game from the Victorias, taking a little bit of a toll on this one in the start, and then it was just too far gone to save for the night. Nice play to hold the zone. Linesman decides it actually came out. So they'll tag up and Gallagher will dump that in. Gertzky ahead off a couple sticks. Firth gives chase. He'll scoop that up from his goaltender. Now played away to Gallagher. Gallagher off a stick. And Kunitz dumps it in. 2:30 to go. Battle for the puck. Down low. Canucks stay with it, trying to get something going on the wraparound. Calmed down by the Vicks. Into the feet. Kunitz scoops it up. Fires that one. And up off a stick and into the netting at 5:10. So 2:10 to go here as we await our centerman in on the draw. Gallagher set against his opponent, and he'll just win that. Tries to take a shot after beating that draw against Edwards. Edwards works it away from him. Battle in front, smothered up, and Edwards going at it there with Gallagher, and we'll see if he'll get his fight in here. He's been looking a little bit like he wants one. Definitely was near the start of the frame. 2:03 to go in regulation. And that one won back by the Canucks. Firth Waits fires that one right to the trapper. Easy glove save at 158. Again, reminder to stick around for our 3 stars after the game, as well as the look at the out-of-town scoreboard and the standings of where these teams lay when it's all said and done. As Gallagher circles back to Firth. Firth walks in and plays that one in behind the goal. Skirmish for it. Scooped up. And Edwards plays that to the far side. Vicks calm it down. And they'll play that one all the way around. Nice. Pepper goes on and he gets in on Kunitz. Walking in. Samalcha goes in on the backhand. As we hit the 71-second mark. And Thorson charges that free to Brooks. And Thorson tangled up there with the Vicks player as we hit the final minute of regulation. Vicks calm it down. Tensions high here between both teams and the referees, knowing how the physicality has been going. Puck rolls out of the zone, scooped up by Brooks. And scooped up offside, delayed offside as Wilson controls it now here for St. James. 25 to go. And Samalcha accepts that hit. 20 seconds to go. Battle for it. Brooks works that one free. Big hit there by Osterman. And that may drive a crowd, and yes it does. With 7.3 seconds. And here we go. And some good hands out there. Osterman getting in on his guy. And Osterman really going at it there. Looks like with Gortsky. Or correction there. With the 9 of Chris Anstroni. And they just let the 7-10s go off. And that's what we were, how we were thinking this one was going to end. As there's no point of playing the rest, so the Vicks head off. The Canucks pick up the win in this one. 8-1 your final. As the Canucks take this one, the story, special teams, the name of the game in this one. As the coach is still bickering back and forth before they leave. Four power play goals for the Canucks and 2 short-handed goals for Warfel. As the bickering continues on out here next to the plot of the Canucks. And again, we'll have our 3 stars and the out-of-town scoreboard coming up. The Canucks take this one by a score of 8-1. Final shot 64-23. 4 power play goals on 10 power plays for the Canucks. And with that, we'll quickly go over the scoring summary from the frame. 2 goals to report in the period. And Nicholas Cullen with the power play goal. Assist on that, Cole Robertson and Cole Warsaw. By the time of the goal was 3:05. Ben Van Dynes with the pass across to Aaron Berchinski. Aaron Birchinger with his third from Ben Van Dynes at 7:27. The lone Vicks goal. And with that, we head to our 3 stars in today's game. Starting this one off, your third star in today's game with 1 goal and 3 assists from the St. James Junior Canucks, number 18, Jaden Ward. Tonight's second star with 2 goals and 1 assist from the St. James Junior Canucks, number 12, Aiden Warfel. And tonight's first star from the St. James Junior Canucks with 3 goals, number 11, Nick Collin. With that, we'll look around at a couple of the finals outside. At the other games on, the Twins pick up a big win at home, ending their 2-game losing streak. Russell with the hat trick, Ballshaw with the hat trick, Headland and Spencer add on the goals as Chipman, Smith, Karzowski, Vitelli, and Hollard, the goal scorers for the Jets. 8-5 Twins as they get outshot 43-26, but pick up the win. And in the final, in between the Hawks and the Twisters, settle it down at 7-4 for the Hawks, outshooting the Twisters 46-27. Both teams with 2 power play goals. And that one, Guilford and Keck tacked on a couple more goals for the Twisters. And Lewis added 1 more on, the Hawks captain, on his side of things. The final, in between the Tresco Railer Express and the Raiders Junior Hockey Club, sits at where we left off, 8-0 in that one. Shot final was what it lists as 35-9 in favor of the Express. Johnson, Whiteman, Silvestro, Selene, Boomer, St. Laurent, McClure, and Turner the goal scorers. And they played a frame as they just start the second period out in River East. Brashinsky, the goal scorer for the Reals. Richardson, the captain of the Royal Knights, has them on the board, getting outshot 12-9, 1-1 following 20. And a look at Sunday, I'll be in Pembina Valley as they host the Twins, who are back in the win column. Twisters try and fend off their losing streak that's grown to 6 games. Meanwhile, the earlier game at 2 p.m. will be the Charleswood Hawks and the Transcona Railer Express. The Railer Express, again, with 6 wins in a row. The Hawks back in on the winning streak with 2. We'll bow that one out in Transcona. Graham will be in St. Boniface as the Reals will host the Raiders Junior Hockey Club, who look to bounce back after a tough showing tonight. And again, I'll have the nightcap game at 7 from Pembina Valley. Thursday, we'll be back in Stonewall at 8 p.m. as they host the Raiders Junior Hockey Club. Meanwhile, for the St. Fratello Junior Victorias, your game at 7:30. Graham will be there to broadcast that one in between the Twins. And the next Canucks game is back here on Friday, December 5th, as they host the Charleswood Hawks. Time of that game is 7:30. With that, we'll take a quick peer over at the standings before we let you go. And we'll see you guys all back on Sunday. So the Reals sit on top with 29 points. The Railer Express with 27. Hawks with 25. Royal Knights with 20. Following them up in 4th and 5th sit the Jets with 19. The Raiders Junior Hockey Club, Fort Garry, Fort Rouge Twins, both tied with 16 points, sitting in the 6th spot. In 8th is the Junior Victorias with 15. The Canucks get a little bit closer as they sit with 13, sitting in 9th spot. Pembina Valley in the basement with 2 points on the campaign. With that, I'm your host, Bentley Brent. Thank you for tuning in to this game. It's the St. James Junior Canucks getting the lead early on. Their special teams doing the job. 2 shorthanded goals from Aiden Warfel to go with their 4 power play goals. It's an 8-1 Canucks win. But thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you all at the next broadcast. Until then, take care and have a good night.